Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
Very delighted to have with us here tonight as a celebrity guest on Pillow Talk. It's Jamie Cullum, who's down in town, and he performed last week for a sold-out concert at the Esplanade Concert Hall. Hello, Jamie.
Hey, how you doing?
So glad that you could come in and share with us about your love in life.
Oh, it's great to be here. Well, we'll see.
Coming up, we're going to have a chat more with him. Keep it right here.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
Yes, in the studio, we've got Jamie Cullum, jazz extraordinaire.
Wow, thank you. Who told you that?
Well, I just sort of came
Oh,
up
you
with
just
it.
made it up. Nice, I like it.
Thank you.
Can I use it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
So you came down a few years ago and you did a very exclusive showcase for Class 95.
That's right.
And then
yeah.
you decided to take a few years off, apparently.
Apparently, yes. I travelled a little less than I had done in the last few years because I think I needed to remind myself of what it's like to kind of live a little bit, because I think otherwise you can get into a cycle like on the treadmill. And
Right.
I think in order to kind of write music and make music that connects with people, you need to be a person.
Right. But you've been really busy, so you didn't really take time off. Let's see now. I understand you visited UNICEF's project in Ethiopia.
Yes, I did, yes.
You collaborated with Pharrell Williams, which is not yet released the music.
Well, we did some stuff for his album In My Mind. We also did some stuff that is hopefully going to come out of one of my albums when we can get it finished. But he's a hard man to pin down.
So it's not finished?
No, but we've started some great stuff.
Okay. What do you mean by it's not finished?
How
does one not finish stuff when you record?
It's kind of on his hard drive on his laptop, so
On
it's kind
his
of
hard
yeah, it's
drive?
on his hard. I've got half the tracks on my laptop, and he's got the other half on his laptop.
Right, so you have to sort of...
We need to meet up in an airport somewhere, I think.
Okay. And you also scored the soundtrack for Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino, which was nominated for a Golden Globe Award.
Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing thing that came about. I was very lucky. I've been friends with Clint's son, Kyle Eastwood, for a few years, and he got me involved with that, so it was an amazing opportunity.
When you nominated?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was the whole thing was all part of a dream world, you know. It's funny you say it sounds like you never stop working, but, you know, for me, kind of making music, it never feels like...
What?
Well, I mean, obviously it is hard work, but... I would do it anyway, even if it wasn't part of my work.
Right. So now the pressure is on if you're going to score another soundtrack.
I'd love to, yeah. I mean,
no pressure?
Well, I mean, I think it's hard when you start with something like working with Clint Eastwood, because it's like your first meal being caviar, yeah, as opposed to mother's milk.
And you get nominated for a Golden Globe as well.
Yeah, it was again, you know, it was a dream. I think, you know, being nominated for a Golden Globe, it was really more of the reflected glory of being part of such a good film. You know, I probably could have just squeaked into a microphone on that film and it would have been nominated because it was such a good movie.
Oh, I don't think so. But you also built your own studio, which is really cute. It's called Terrified Studios.
Yes, because, you know, most of the time while I was putting it together, it was a total disaster and I didn't know what the hell was going on. So it seemed like a good name for it.
Didn't you get people in who were sort of, you know, who knew what they were doing in a sense?
No, I'm a pretty hands-on guy. I had someone to help me, but I like to work things out for myself, you know.
Right. Terrified Studios, I love it. And of course, last year you released your first solo record in 4 years, The Pursuit, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But more importantly, because it's Pillow Talk, you fell in love and you got married.
I did, yes.
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Right.
And I just got married just slightly about a year before you did.
Right, and what's the secret?
What do you mean?
What's the secret? You know, you're obviously very happily married. What's the secret?
I'm going to ask you that,
I
Jamie.
see.
It's
I
all
thought
about you today.
I thought you were going to give me some tips here.
We're going to chat more with Jamie in just a bit about life, being married, and of course, how it is to fall in love.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
So Jamie Cullum's in the studio. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So you've done an awful lot of stuff for someone who's supposed to take a couple of years off. But most importantly, congratulations. You got married this year, January the 9th.
I got married in January, that's right, yes.
You tied the knot with British model, author, and granddaughter of Rhode Dial, Sophie Dial.
That's
who's
right,
gorgeous,
yes.
by the way.
Oh, she is.
So
Yes,
tell
I'm a
us,
lucky
how
man.
did you meet? I understand it was at a charity event?
Yeah, we met at a charity event. It's a great charity based in the UK called the Lavender Trust, which is a breast cancer charity,
Okay.
which was started by one of Sophie's great friends.
Right.
And basically I was asked to accompany on the piano a bunch of people who were not known for singing. The whole point of people were supposed to be excited to come to and paid to come to this thing because they were going to see a bunch of people singing who weren't known for singing. So Emma Thompson, Sophie did something, Tandy Newton, the writer Zadie Smith, a comedian called David Baddiel, comedian and writer. So I was one of the piano players, kind of helping out with the evening, and we met. And
you were not supposed to sing that night?
No. I did sing, and I accompanied her on the piano. I sang myself, and I mean, we just became friends. We were friends for a long time, and then she ended up moving back to England, and shortly after that,
So prior to that, did you know her, or?
I mean, I obviously knew who she was, but no, I didn't.
It's not. We're friends. We're going to chill out and hang out.
No. We became friends after that because I mean, we were both in very different stages of our life. You know, I was living with someone, and we were in totally different parts of our life. So we just became friends. We were both big readers and into books, and we got chatting, and so.
What was your first impression of her?
I think I thought she was incredible. You know, she's an amazing lady for many reasons.
And you just went out together for about 2 years?
God, I don't know the exact time. I should know the exact timing of it, isn't it? But I do know we've been married for 3 months. So there you go. That's the important bit.
That's the important bit. Coming up, maybe you could share with us how you proposed.
Well, no, I'm afraid that there's 4 people in the world that know that, I'm afraid.
Okay, so you're not going to share with us?
No, but I think if someone asked me advice for how to propose the other day, and I would say, do you want me to tell you that now or reveal that in a minute?
No, we'll reveal that in a minute.
Okay, there you go.
Stay tuned.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
So in the studio, we've got jazz extraordinaire, ta-dang-dang, Jamie Cullum. I feel like I need a keyboard here to sort of ta-dang-dang.
Yeah, well, I'm almost glad you don't, actually.
Really? Ta-dang-dang. And Jamie's not going to share with us how he proposed, because you want to keep it private and special. Because you guys sort of scooted off, you and Sophie Dahl sort of scooted off and got married secretly, and ta-da, we're married.
I mean, it wasn't even about being secret. I think some people decide that they want to keep things private. And I guess
fair enough.
We did. There's no real reason for it, just that it felt right to us, really.
Okay. So you were saying that instead of sharing how you proposed, you would share with us some ideas on how you could propose.
Yeah, it has to be unique, and it has to be kind of personal. I think it has to be personal to you two. It has to be something that I think if you kind of copy what you've heard other people have done, or you know, I mean, it's obviously great to do it at the top of Eiffel Tower or something like that, but you know, maybe if the Eiffel Tower has been a particularly special place for you guys or something, I think you need to kind of pick a place and a time that has resonance for you as a couple. It's got to have meaning. It's got to have meaning, I think, rather than just like a grand gesture. You know, I think it's one time in your life where it shouldn't be for show, and it should be for real. It shouldn't just because it's a romantic gesture you do it. It's got to have some resonance, like resonance, in your life. Personal resonance. Yeah. Right. So what's the most romantic thing you've done for anyone in your entire life? You know? I think, proposing, I think, is pretty damn romantic, I would say. But you won't share with us. I know. I'm sorry about that. I do apologise. But I think that was, it's all right. That should be romantic, definitely. Okay. So I think cooking is a romantic thing to do, especially, you know, guys that can cook. I'm always quite impressed with guys that can cook. And you can cook too. Well, I mean, I try, and I always used to admire guys that could cook, because I thought I didn't know a lot of guys that could, so I thought I'll set it, because I like to eat so much. Right. I thought that it would be a good idea to women like guys who can cook too. Yeah. Well, it's a bit of role reversal. I like it. It's like, you know, modern 21st century lifestyle. Right. I like it. So who's the cook in the family, you or Sophie? Well, I mean, she's just released a cookbook, which is becoming very successful. So although she is probably the main, I mean, she's far and beyond a better cook than I am. I also like to cook as well. Well, you say you could cook together? No. You know, when one of us is cooking, it's normally like, leave me alone to cook. Really? I will cook. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Don't intrude in my cooking space. Absolutely. Too many cooks spoil the wonton. All right. Well, we've got Jamie Cullum in the studio, and coming up, we're going to chat more with him about life and love.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
In the studio, we've got Jamie Cullum. And Jamie recently
You didn't do the piano bit.
Oh, cha-chang-chang.
That's it, yeah. And you didn't say jazz extraordinaire. Jazz extraordinaire
Jamie Cullum.
Cha-chang-chang. That's it.
With my invisible piano.
Yes.
And how has the relationship so far changed you? How has married life changed you? Since it's been 3 months, that you remember?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for me, you're able to focus on the important things in life. And I think great moments in your life, whether it's kind of getting married or deciding what you want to do, or kind of pivotal moments like that, they refocus your attentions on the important things in life, and you realise that, you know, acquiring stuff and
instead of getting caught up in
you
the
know,
rat race.
yeah, it's like it's you realise what's important, and that's a great lesson, I think.
But is it hard? I mean, you're newly married and now you're jetting all over the world, you know, world tours and performing and stuff.
You just have to keep reminding yourself what's important. That's all.
Right. But how do you handle the long distance through phone calls?
You just make sure it's not too long. You just make sure that you're prepared to be in a lot of airports, you know, on a lot of planes. It's you make it work. You decide what's important and you make it work.
Would it be?
I saw Beyonce talking about that actually, because imagine what it's like being Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And
It'd be madness.
they're married, and I saw her doing an interview, and they said, "How do you do it?" And she said, "You just do it. You decide what you want, and you make it happen."
Do you think there'll be such a thing that maybe she'll follow you all over the world, or she's going to stay put in the UK and you do your thing and you come back?
I think you mix it up. You just give and take, you know.
Okay. So what's your recipe for a happy relationship?
Truth. Truth. It's that simple.
So do you believe in the honest truth, even if it's really
absolutely? Yeah, I think
bleak
it's
and
cards
painful?
on the table. Cards on the table, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
from the start.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the way to be.
So hypothetically, I mean, this is obviously a bit of a negative thing, but I'm saying if someone were to cheat on you, would you want to know the truth, even if it was a total mistake?
Oh, crikey! This is tough. This is questions to share with my therapist, I'm afraid. You might have to answer that one for me. What do you think? See, I turned the tables on you there, didn't I?
I think I want the truth.
Yeah, of course you want the truth. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But then sometimes maybe too much truth. It depends on which part of the
No.
relationship
The truth is always best in everything. You know, that's best in your professional life, in your personal life. It's never best to know the half truth.
Right.
You know, when people talk about I don't read the newspapers because, you know, like, reading about life is too hard.
Right.
You can't operate with your blinkers on. You
Right.
need to operate with full perspective.
So what happens? I mean, have you been in this position that a lot of guys complain about, and you women go, "Baby, do I look fat?" You know, you got to tell the truth. Or are those instances not included?
Those are definitely not included.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lie
See,
with
yeah,
a smile.
we're talking. See, I've totally contradicted myself.
Coming up, we're going to chat more with Jamie. Stay tuned.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
In the studio, we've got jazz extraordinaire Jamie Cullum. Cha-chang, chang. Yes.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay, so now I've got to start every single time
That's
we
it.
get
Yeah,
back on
you've
with that.
started it. You'll have to finish it. I'm sorry.
Okay. I should do a bit of trumpets as well now.
Yeah, all right. Trumpets on the next one. Yeah.
All right, so okay, here's the thing. I think you've gotten quite a bit of this from the media as well, so I had to address it. Sophie, your wife, she's a very lucky woman to have such a she could give me some height there. But for all the men out there who are dating women who are taller or have a fear of dating women who are taller, what advice do you have to give them?
I think if you're thinking about it,
Right.
then you're already in trouble. I mean,
Right.
it's not even something. I think when you meet someone that you fall for, it doesn't matter what they are or what they look like, or whether, to me, it's a non question really.
Right. But doesn't it sort of get you that although you don't care, but people keep telling you that sort of you should care, or it becomes an issue with others? How do you handle
Nobody
that?
tells me.
So you just
Not the people. I mean, not
Not the people who
that are
matter.
in my life.
Right.
I'm very good at. I'm very lucky to have a passion in life, and I think it focuses you on what's important. Things like that just really don't.
You just
don't
filter
matter
it
to me.
out.
Well, no, it's not even that active. It just is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got to learn to do that.
No, yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay. Being happily in love, I think, has influenced your new album a lot as well, The Pursuit. There's a song in there called Love Ain't Gonna Get You Down.
Love ain't gonna let you down.
Right, love ain't gonna let you down.
That's a very different,
Okay,
different
oops.
proposition. Yeah.
Right. Tell
Yeah.
us about that.
It's a love song. You know, it's a love song in its purest form. You know, not only that song, I think the album has a definite renewed confidence and a kind of less willingness to feel like it needs to please anyone but myself.
Right.
And I think that's the abiding theme of this record, is the confidence and clearness of vision and passion.
So that's a straight up love song.
That is a straight up love song. No jokes in that one. No comedy in that one. Like a lot of love songs I used to write.
So why do you like to write jokes or comedies into
Well,
love songs?
I think Englishmen can be quite cynical and sarcastic.
Right.
And, this was one instance where I didn't think that was appropriate.
So was Sophie the inspiration for that?
Of course. Who else?
And you've got another one that has a joke in it. It's I Think I Love.
Yes, where he is. Yes.
Tell us about that song in your new album.
I like to. I think a lot of people like to think that songs are written always from the perspective of something you directly experience, but it's also great to dream up stories about nights out with fictional human beings.
Okay.
And in this fictional story, the girl that you're in love with has a few too many at the bar and throws up on you on the way home.
Oh dear.
But despite that, she's still wonderful.
Right. So that's not from personal experience.
No, that's just that's a fictional story.
So you've never had anybody puke on you yet?
Yeah, not yet, but I'll keep you posted. You'll be the first to know.
Okay. Coming up, we're going to chat more with Jamie Cullum. Stay tuned.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
In the studio, we've got Jamie Cullum, jazz extraordinaire. Ding, 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 toot, toot, toot. Okay, I think my trumpet sucked though.
No, the trumpets were good. I think in the next one we need bagpipes. You know, bagpipes. Yeah, great. Yeah, for the next one, okay.
We're gonna add it on. I'm gonna be a
piano, trumpet, bagpipes, and then drums.
And which part do you come into? Do you know?
No, that was at the concert. I'm sorry.
Right, because you're the guest.
I'm off duty now. Yeah.
All right, so share with us more about your album, The Pursuit. Which is your favorite track and all that? Which is the most personal for you?
I think on this album, there's a song on it called Mixtape, which is pretty much describes. It's a pretty accurate description of what I am as a musician, what I'd like to be as a musician, and kind of who I am as well.
Why?
Because it's the music geek and the romantic. It's a little bit disco. It's a little bit jazz. It's a little bit funky. It's a little bit funny. It's a little bit quirky.
Right.
It's a bit uncategorizable. It's very English. It's all those things, and it's a good jumping song.
Okay. So as a whole, what was the inspiration behind this entire album, The Pursuit?
I wanted to try and make an album that could only be made in the 21st century, but that was also inspired very much by older music. So it has one foot in the jazz of the past and 1 foot in the music of the future and the now.
Nice. Folks, you got to go check it out, okay? Jamie Cullum's The Pursuit. Now, Jamie, I'm sure you don't like to be pigeonholed, but if there were 3 words that you would like people to describe you as a musician, what 3 words would that be?
Pigeon.
Why? 'Cause
I don't know.
you deliver messages?
Yeah, pigeons, food, and diamond-encrusted headphones.
Right. What has that got to do with being a musician?
I have absolutely no idea, but I'm terrible at describing myself in 3 words. I really am. I always, whenever I'm asked that question, I always say that's your job.
Right.
So you'll have to do that. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you turned 30 last year. How's things changed for you hitting the big 3-0? Do you feel like, oh my gosh?
Absolutely no difference.
That's
I think I think just getting older in general is you just learn more about yourself. You learn more about yourself, but less about the world.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little
Well,
depressing.
because I think that you realise more of the complexities of the world, and you realise how difficult it is to get your head around what goes on in the world. But you do learn more about yourself at the same time.
Right. Okay. Wow, that's deep. I'm lost for words. We're going to chat with Jamie a little bit more in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
Well, for about the last hour and a half or so, we've been chatting with Jamie Cullum, jazz extraordinaire, cha-chang, chang. Then what did I miss? Oh, doo-doo-doo, and I'm
Drums.
so I didn't agree to the drums.
I did it for you.
Thank you. Yeah. This is a question I ask all my guests.
Okay. That's always a good kind of excuse before you ask it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it means you have to answer.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Okay. What's the biggest lesson you've learned in love so far?
It is there's no point unless you give all of yourself.
Right.
In every way. I mean, I think it's as simple as that. If you don't give everything that you are, then there's no point.
Even if you've been hurt before?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, especially if you've been hurt before, it's even more important. Give all of yourself, because otherwise you're selling yourself. Not only are you selling the other person short, you're selling yourself short. And you will learn more about yourself by being less selfish. By giving all of yourself to someone, you will get it back 20-fold.
If not now, then definitely in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, you have to beat yourself down for 50 years, and then right before you die, you'll realise that it was a good idea all along.
All right. Well, is there anything you'd like to say to all your fans here in Singapore?
We love being here in Singapore. It's always a great time, and thank you for your support, and we hope to come back here for many years and play concerts. So,
and we hope you will be stomping on the
promise.
piano continuously.
No problem.
All right. Go check out Jamie Cullum's new album, The Pursuit. Thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us.
Thank you very much.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.